Oh, yeah. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's always a lovely day here. Let me give you a little bit of rundown. I'm broke. I spent every bit of my savings to build, well, basically a man cave. I mean, you're not really going to raise a family in a house like this, but it's big enough for me. And if I need to get something bigger later, I suppose I can. Perhaps one day. Definitely not be anything as big as that house across the way there. I swear is a motel. I don't know. But anyways, I got this house built here. I did a tad bit of landscaping. I can't do a whole lot of landscaping because right next to my property is this parking area. So, you know, it is what it is. Work with what you got. So basically, I just have a couple of pastures here. Somebody's been driving through my dang property again. Might have to put some fences up. Anyways, I just got this little grass area here. And hopefully, I got this little grass area down here. Oh, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. But the deal just closed. And the property next to me over here is not mine. Which it is also just a grass field. Take that down. Pretty nice little plot. Anywho, make a long story short, give you a little rundown of what we're going to do. A buddy of mine, he's ex-Navy, I'm ex-Army, and yes, we get along. But anyways, he moved over here with me. Well, not with me, he doesn't live here. He lives down there by the water. Lucky bastard. Imagine that, a Navy guy near the water. Anywho, he moved down that way, and he's got a small cattle farm. Of course, he had way more money than I did. He retired E9, I retired E7. But yeah, so he's got that, and I got this. But what he doesn't have is equipment. So he can't make his own hay or anything. And we decided that we're going to try to do this together. So I am going to make the hay. He's going to raise the cattle and whatnot, and hopefully we don't go bankrupt. There's a chance we could go bankrupt. So all I really own is that baler, that tractor, that little fuel thing, that mower, and that truck. And of course my I don't even know what you'd call it, my kit home. Regardless, I think this tractor has enough power to yeah, to at least mow the grass. You wouldn't think it'd take a whole lot, would you? But it could, I guess. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take real quick. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure that this tractor has got enough oomph to do what we need to do. And what we need to do is start getting some silage together for our boy. He's already got livestock over there. He was able to buy some feed from another neighbor, but it's not going to be enough. And honestly, we can't afford to keep buying feed. We will have to keep buying straw for a while because, well, we have no way of making straw. I guess I could go down here and do field 1 first. Well, I like this tractor. Hopefully the microphone's not picking it up too much. And will we even fit through there? Wow. What a view, guys. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I lucked out finding this place. Of course, maybe after a while, the romance of it will die or whatever. Where is that button? I'm still getting used to this thing. Whoops. There we go. I think I got it set right. I'm trying to drop windrows. So. Wunderbar. Okie dokie. Now, see if I can do this while hitting the fence. Now, I did actually ask the people down there. Well, I actually asked all my neighbors if mowing this early was going to bother them at all. I just figured, you know what? I just moved to this area. I don't really want to piss anybody off yet. I don't know anybody here except for Ricky. Clearly, that's and his neighbor. Something Hoffman. I can't remember his first name. But anyways, he's a pretty good guy. And, you know, I've met the other neighbors here, but I haven't really had conversations with them. You know, they seem all right. I've checked, before we even moved here, we checked things like crime rate and stuff like that because I just wanted to know what I was getting myself into. And there's really not any crime around here. So that's awesome. Everyone's kind of, I don't know, happy. Weird. I'm from America. I'm not used to people being happy. But yeah, everybody seems kind of happy around here. It's just bizarre. Yep, I'm getting into that fence. Trying to get used to this setup. Is a little different than what I'm used to. I can't seem to quite get my mirror adjusted down where I need it. That's alright. Once we get this first round of is there a fence there? I can barely see the wire going across that. Back her up. Get her turned. I'm trying to get mowed as close to the fence as I can because I want it to look kind of nice for the neighborhood, you know. But oddly enough, it seems like they actually like the overgrown look, you know, like shrubs. and stuff. They really seem to like that here. And you know, it's starting to grow on me too, because wildlife, you know, birds or squirrels, whatever, they really like the brush. And as long as you kind of pick and choose what kind of brush you're going to have, I guess. Doesn't make sense, but it's kind of like going with the unshaved look. You trim your beard and you shave the parts where you don't want a facial hair, but you leave the facial hair you want for that nice groomed unshaved look. That's kind of what you do with the yard. You leave some stubble. And that's kind of what I'm going to do, is I'm going to leave some stubble like that. I'm leaving all that. Mainly because I'm too lazy to move the rocks. Oh, we made it. One. Lap 1 is complete. And just like that, that field is done. So, get her folded up here. And we're going to head over and do the other fields. Now, I will admit, seems like not everything folded. Weird. Apparently my buttons I got programmed here ain't quite working. Huh. My buttons got changed somehow. These little programmable buttons over here. I have to go through settings later and figure out what I've done. It's a lot newer than I'm used to. Over stateside at the old family farm, I was still running a 2090. Yeah. Before that, a 1370. So this new stuff here, yeah. You're teaching teaching an old dog new tricks. I think I want to come in from this direction over here. I did forget about my trailer back here. Look at that. I own one more piece of equipment. How fancy. Alright, let's try this again. Weird. I would love. There we go. That's working for whatever reason. Huh. I don't know, guys. The buttons are just being weird. Very weird. Alright. I'm what they call a professional undercover. That's where I know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing. Just because this equipment is so much newer. So I guess I know what it needs to do. I know what I need it to do. I'm just not 100% sure how to make it do what I need it to do. What I know it needs to do, what it should do. You know what I'm saying? Admittedly, when I spec'd this tractor, I did not really take into account hills. It's got enough power to do it. It's just it struggles a little bit on some inclines. And it was in my budget, barely. So I quite literally spent everything I had and got what I could possibly get. Whoa, Betsy, whoa. How are we missing so much? I'm probably going to end up modifying somehow my mirrors, maybe buy some extensions, something. Okay, I really thought I was going to pull out of that at some point, but apparently not. Anyways, like I was saying, I'd like to get some extensions for my mirrors so I can actually see my mowers in the mirrors. Of course, I guess since I'm not taking this down the road, I could probably put the rear deck on front, the front deck on the rear. I mean, it would work. Sort of. I'm saying it's an option. We could do that. Damn. See what I mean? Like on level ground, this thing flat out gets with it. It just doesn't like hills too much. It's a little too high geared for that. I guess it's got the power, it just doesn't have the right gear ratio. Hey, the previous owner left me a bunch of firewood back here. Heck yeah. That's one less thing I gotta worry about with my propane stove. I do have a wood stove as well. And who doesn't love the smell, the sound, the feel of a wood fire? I mean, come on. I'm telling you guys, this view, I don't see how this is ever going to get old. This is probably why people are so damn happy here. It's just quiet, hardly any traffic. The view is just awesome. It's really not that far of a walk. You can just walk across the field or down the road, whatever you want to do, and be at the water, do some fishing or whatever. Oh, and the seafood here. Let me tell you, dude, I've never in my life had such amazing seafood. I love it. I love it. I love it. What was I thinking? I could have came down that side road there and just started mowing. Keep forgetting that's even there. That was put in when they were building the house. There used to be an old dairy farm here. But the city had it basically taken out because, well, it had definitely seen its better days. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. You can do it. Climb, 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 climb. You need another gear, don't you? There we go. It doesn't do too bad. See, there's my stubble. I'm gonna leave my stubble. Even the grass here is pretty. I mean, seriously. It seems like such a stupid thing to say, but the grass is pretty. Well, we've almost got this field mowed for the very first time on this farm. Voila. And I can tell you right now, we need to upgrade this tractor. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty amazing as far as tractors go. Hey, the buttons worked that time. Weird. But there's one hill down here, which I'll just drive over there real quick. This hill, max power, all I could do was crawl. So, that's just not going to work for us. Called Ricky. He said that as soon as I was done, just go ahead and bring the bells over to him. That he'll just let them firm into his place. And I said, okay. That works for me. Crap. I'll get the right one eventually. There we go. It would be nice if the mower would actually fit in the shed, but oops. But it's actually just a touch too tall. Man, I really don't want to have to get a different tractor though. I really like this tractor. I like the gauges. I like the setup. I don't like digital anything. So, I don't know. It's just, of course, I might like it too, just because it's the first newer tractor that I've ever owned. Yeah, that works, I guess. Wonder how many bales we're going to get out of this. I want to leave it in this view just for the first bale or so. That was weird, but all right. We're probably gonna miss a little bit here and there. It is what it is. Already beeping at me. Alright, we should get this done, and I will see you in a little bit. Oh, for the keen eye, you notice that the tractor's a different color. I just couldn't do it with that setup we had, it just was not cutting the mustard at all. So, oh, weird. So basically I traded off, got me a Fendt, a slightly used Fendt, and a slightly used baler. I didn't really care for that baler after all that. So I just went ahead and got me another fast baler. Well, another one. Got me a fast baler, and I got this tractor. Because ours was so new, I was able to trade up even for this setup here. Like I said, slightly used or whatever, but it's got about 75 more horsepower than the other one. And the other problem we were having, for whatever reason, that baler was just too low to the ground. I don't know how else to explain it, but we were dragging that pickup constantly. And so, instead of trying to figure that out or pay to get it adjusted, again, I didn't care for the baler anyways. So, just got rid of it. So we made a total of 65 bales. I'm going to get all them gathered up real quick, and then I will continue the video from there. Alright, y'all, we got the first load on here. It's pretty heavy load. Got 28 bales on this trailer. Made a total of 65 actually. Like I said, Ricky said that he would just go ahead and pay me for silage bales, even though they're not silage yet. He's gonna let them ferment on his property. So we're just gonna get down there, get this knocked out, and hopefully in the near future we'll be looking at another property. Well, I say near future, it's not really that near, but we're hoping to find a piece of land and hoping that we can get a combine and a tipper, because Ricky needs straw as well, and he's tired of buying straw. So I'm supplying him the hay and oh shoot. I'm supplying him the hay and silage right now. But he's having to buy straw to make his feed. And for bedding and all that stuff. You know, this tractor has got a little more than 70 more horsepower than the last one, but it really doesn't feel like it does. Here we are at Ricky's. Dang, Ricky. Ricky pays pretty good. How am I supposed to turn around down here? Sorry, buddy. I gotta drive through your grass area here to get turned around. His yard's a little tight. That's by a little chickie doo. Oh, look at that little chickie doos. Chickie doo, chickie doo, chickie doo. What you mouthing over there? Huh? Yeah, you. Oh, you want some? Sorry, I'm kind of an animal lover. And I like to eat them too. All right, so heading back. I know what you vegans are going to say, but you know what? God gave us dominion over animals and told us what animals we could and could not eat. And I'm going to eat them. But I'm going to give them the best life I can give them first. Ooh. Steering's a little touchy. I gotta check something. There is no fence there. Huh. I thought I just couldn't see the wire, but no, that section is completely missing. Oh well. I think this is like the best angle for looking at my house. Ain't that kind of pretty? I think it is. Like I said, it's not the biggest, but it's new and it's quite nice. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of these hauled down there and then we'll talk about what we're doing next. Well, we made a pretty good chunk of money. I'm not rich by any means, but we was getting pretty close to wondering where where our next meal is going to come from. And now we're good. It'll be good for the year if I mind my money wisely. Hey, Rooster. So the idea is we're trying to find some kind of flat land somewhere. Not really flat, but you know what I mean, like flattish. Somewhere where we can put up a pole barn. And just store like a harvester or something up there. That way we're not trying to drag that from either his farm or my farm, because we just really don't have a place for it. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. The idea is to try to find a place where when the time comes that I can maybe pick up a couple of fields at once. That way we can make our money back. Otherwise, we're going to be hurting for a while trying to make that happen. But all in all, I have to say this first hay harvest, pretty dang successful. Well, silage harvest, I guess. But either way, pretty dang successful. We are setting now, the bank is setting at 94,000. Went from 1,500 to 94,000. And that's a good thing because, well, the bills are due. Whoops. Do that every time. Get her parked up here. So next go around. Now we are going to, excuse me. Wow. We are going to be watching the sales and stuff in the area. to see if something might come up that we can afford. But typically I wouldn't like show this screen, but I don't want to show where we're thinking about. I'm thinking about trying up here in this northern country, like somewhere where somebody may not, you know, have a problem with giving us some land. I have no idea how much this farmland goes for. Guess we can find out. Really? Well, if we want to make it worthwhile, 131, 132. That'd be the dream setup. Yeah, that's up there. 304,000. Maybe something over here. You know, start kind of small. Maybe pick up one of these two. This is a cool area here. You definitely want to store your equipment up there. You're not going to try driving that down through there. So, trying to judge by this map, I think this is Ricky's place here. Yeah, that's Ricky there. Don't know who owns the fields around him, but again, there's no place to store equipment, so this might not be a bad area. Ooh, may not be bad at all. Oh wow. Might have to go investigate this area, because if that area is flat enough that I could build a barn there, we might be able to go ahead and pick it up now and then save up for some surrounding land. Or we put maybe a barn here. Definitely $736. You're not going to own the entire ocean. Yeah, okay. Anyways, food for thought. Until next time, y'all. Happy farming.